Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Everything is Crab. We did, I guess, like a self-made challenge where we were doing prey, where we took prey only. Let's try that again. Let's try that with what's probably the easiest, just to get it out of the way, nothing too exciting. Let's do imposing. So the one that increases our size and all that, and we'll see how that goes. I mean, I say not exciting, but the game definitely has enough variety and stuff that it can be exciting. Let's skip. But yeah, so imposing is all about size increase, max health, like regeneration, plating. So this is imposing, but I think I would rather take antlers than horns, so let's skip. That should be something that maybe to consider for future like challenge runs like this, is if we want to, you're forced to take it when you see it. I don't see that really mattering that much in most of them, but man, I really don't want horns, because horns, when you attack, you do like the little dash forward, and I just am not used to that, and I definitely take a whole bunch of unnecessary damage. Okay. Okay, let's fight these guys. Oh, I don't know why they didn't kill that guy. Okay, not bad. Physical size, max HP. Okay. Let's go see about getting some regeneration here. Yeah, not too bad. Okay. Sure, we'll take some feeding speed mainly just because we want to get some early imposing, just so it's more and more likely for us to see it later. And we do kind of want to have as many under our belt as possible before the boss. So when we get the boss evolution, we have a chance to get one that matches, because I don't know if you can skip the boss evolutions. So if we don't get an imposing one, I think it forces us to take another one, which would be unfortunate. Because yeah, I don't even think, even with our starting ability that allows us to skip, I don't even think with that we can skip. But we might be able to. It's one of those things where I've never really thought about it, because, oh, it's a boss evolution, it's very strong. Why would you skip it, But it is what it is. We definitely are starting to stagnate a little bit with leveling up here. It does suck that we're getting a bunch of duo ones as well, so we are increasing our chance to see imposing, but we're also at the same time increasing our chance to see prey, which can dilute the pool, which means we have to skip more often. Because I think that's the toughest part about these challenges, honestly, is just because you're skipping, you're not getting as many advantages as you normally would. I think I'm going to go plating. So like, for instance, I'm level 8, but I've only taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've only taken 5 level ups, even though I'm level 8. So I'm 3 levels weaker than, like, I theoretically should be, It doesn't quite work like that, I don't think, but it's pretty close. Not a lot of food on the ground. Oh yeah, we ain't catching that rabbit. Unfortunate. Okay. Oh jeez. Unfortunately, what I think is actually the best defensive stat. Okay. Well, regeneration is amazing, but I think body slam is just like actually OP. Like, I mean, dealing damage equal to, based on our max HP is, significant. Yeah, I think that's like, yeah, that's like 5 damage better than what, I don't even know what this is called. I guess just your basic attack. Okay, well I do like antlers, but I think we're gonna go chonky just to get that physical, get a little extra damage right out of the gate. Okay, doing pretty good. Ooh, I am very big, so I actually can't fit in the center of that horn attack. So I will have to every time he does that horn attack, I will have to actually dodge, which I failed to do there because I was getting greedy with an attack. Ooh, man, I am late at reacting to that. I do not know why. Okay, he's gonna do the horn attack. There we go. That's the dodge we were looking for. Okay. Okay, and the boss is almost defeated here. Okay. Let's see what we got. Well, I think this is the only imposing one. I don't think any of the other ones are imposing. I think we can check, maybe. No. Okay, we'll take this just because it is, it does make us bigger. Whoa, Turtle Man, what's your deal, Bo? Well, how'd that work out for you? Yeah, I'm actually going to level up regeneration. I obviously plating is good, but I think regeneration is just like, when you think about it, we have 3.7 regeneration that we heal every 10 seconds and 4 plating. So every 10 seconds we are doing as much healing as we are when we level up from plating. So it's, we're certainly not leveling up every 10 seconds. I don't think it's so good that it needs to get nerfed because it is a purely defensive stat. It doesn't... I mean, I guess you could argue, the best offense is a good defense, that because we're living longer, we are able to do more damage because we're living longer. But I don't think that makes the most amount of sense in this exact situation. But it's, I mean, I do think it is. It's, oh, okay. Thankfully, these guys have like a predictable like walk pattern, so we can actually get this guy. Oh, okay, buddy. Getting some good food here. Surprisingly enough, I don't think I've seen a mushroom. Not that I would probably really eat it. Oh, this is definitely an enemy. Yeah, just an apple in the middle of nowhere. Come on, gotta do better than that. Sure, we'll take revenge, I think being big like this, we're bound to get hit, so a percentile increase in our damage wouldn't be bad. It is unfortunate we haven't seen Hump, which would be very good. Hump is the one where if you eat healing food while at full HP, you increase your max HP. I think that is the best one from the imposing tree. Yeah, let's go ahead and level up Body Slam. That's going to be like our main attack. So, you know, having our main attack be high level is obviously good. Let's see. Looks like there's another elite up here, but he is flying off. No interest in us. I hate the cats so much. I feel like the cats just do so much damage. Okay, it is unfortunate that... Oh, well. Speak of the devil, hump. Now, if we could stop taking damage for 2 seconds to eat some food, healing food at full HP, that would probably be good, but we got plenty of time. Especially because we want to get as strong as possible. The next boss is the kangaroo, which, as we all know, I struggle with, which is a skill issue. I don't think the boss is like OP or anything. But I think there's something to be said for the varying level of difficulty of bosses, which I mean, makes sense. You want, maybe, oh, come on. Maybe one type of boss to be slightly easier if you're playing this build or something, stuff like that. Honestly, we want to get hit in this build. Let's just go with spines. Return 40% of the damage we take. We're bound to get hit. It's just, I'm not good enough to do a hitless run or anything, so... Okay, we'll beat this guy. Okay, let's see what we got. I mean, Antlers is really good, but I think if we want to make actual use of Hump, where, we have to be full HP, it's, we gotta not be doing a bunch of self damage because we don't have a whole lot of regeneration at the moment. So even this little bit of health that we've been missing from these attacks has taken a while to regenerate. Okay. Let's see what we got. Okay, not getting hit by that elite there definitely helped. Come here. Okay, should not be getting hit by these guys. They're very predictable. All you gotta do is side strafe them. And I just got hit for half my HP there. Again? Oh my word. What am I doing? I'm trolling. Oh my lord. That is one of the disadvantages to imposing, is because your character is so big, your hitbox is so much bigger as well. Okay, let's try it again. We got an early one here. Okay, we're doing pretty good. Okay, regeneration early is good. Okay. Let's try to keep this going. Let's not get hit. Let's really focus on locking in, not getting hit, and doing good. Let's go with more mass at the moment just because it increases our physical, so we can get slightly more damage right at the start. Okay, and we entered right as the heat wave ended, which is fantastic. Honestly, we'll take this for some plating, some damage resistance, and we can scavenge the desert. Yeah, a bunch of these little blobfish guys died from the weather effects, so we can definitely make use of that for ourselves. Okay. Well, sucks that was a legendary we couldn't use there. Okay. Alright, we gotta focus on, so what went so badly for our run there? Taking a lot of unnecessary damage. Okay, you deal extra damage equal to your current plating. I mean, that seems good. Well, not that we have any anymore, so no extra damage for us, and it is what it is. Hopefully, well, it actually looks like we still have a little bit of daytime left, so I think I'm going to try to leave the desert before, so we don't take more unnecessary damage. So we have another damage source in the way of our plating, which is interesting because having plating means you're not getting hit. But it's interesting because if you're not getting hit and using your plating, then the plating isn't serving a purpose. You know, you just have a bunch of extra HP that you aren't using. So it's an interesting dichotomy for like the synergy of that. Let's go ahead and max out our plating and damage resistance there. It is unfortunate that it wasn't any higher than common, but I think I've really learned that I think you just gotta take some upgrades, even if they're minor, and not be skipping if they're not, you know, low level or whatever. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think I should play when this demo ends where everything is crab. I think we have like a month left in it, which, you know, I'll still obviously be posting during that time. And I think, you know what, plating is damage right now. That'll leave about a month and a half until its full release. So we'll have a month and a half. You know, I have some ideas about what to play, but you know, what you guys are interested in seeing. I tried doing a little bit of Slay the Spire 2. Honestly, I mean, I like Slay the Spire 2, obviously. I just don't think it was a very good game to record. I think, you know, the runs take forever, and it's just one of those things where you know, you want to kind of play a little fast, but then if people aren't playing it, then they don't know what the cards are, and then they're not, you know, you're not helping them like learn it and stuff. So it's just one of those things where it was, I don't think the best game for me to me to record, but I do think obviously it is a fantastic game. There are some other, I definitely had some other ideas. We'll have to see. Oh, and I just got hit for nothing. I actually lost a lot of my damage there because of, since I lost my plating. Maybe I can level up in the middle of this fight and get my plating back. Okay, let's not get hit by those silly spike attacks. Let's see here. Hey. Oh, well, and I got hit by the silly spike attack. And I'm just taking a bunch of damage for no reason. Okay, let's see. Yeah, more of our plating goes into our damage. I did lose like all of our plating right there, but that's okay. Oh my word. Man, I am not used to having such a huge hitbox. I mean, I am just... This is pathetic. I mean, you know, we might not have to worry about doing other games. We'll give it one more try, just so, you know, we don't want this video to be too long. Everyone's only got so many hours in the day to watch stuff. I can't expect you to watch, you know, a huge long video. But it is nice to have you watching, and I appreciate it, even if I'm not the best at the game. And we're skipping. I think, I mean, and you know, and this makes sense. I definitely when I greed is when it gets the worst. Like I think greeding for food or greeding for something is something you can probably or should probably only really do if you're really, really good at a game or at the game, which I am not. I'm just playing the game because I like it, and I feel it's more of like a normal experience. You know, it's not. If you watch like there is definitely a reason to watch someone who is really, really good at the game, but it's not like the same as like you maybe you playing the game won't be like the same experience, you know, like I like watching people play. Oh, what's an example? Like CS:GO or something, but I am terrible at that game. But I think it's interesting watching people who are good at the game be good at the game. But you know, that's not the only that's not the only thing I like, you know? Like it's not like I don't learn anything from the game watching them play. Where maybe, you know, you're learning something here. All right, well, all right, this is, I think, technically, unless you stack up a crazy amount of health with the hump evolution, I think technically this is the strongest attack, numeric wise, because it, you know, it comes with the drawback of damaging you. Um, but obviously, you know, with body slam, it does damage based on your max HP. So I mean, theoretically, you know, it does look like they are going to add an endless mode. So I mean, you could theoretically, in an endless mode, have thousands of HP or something if you played for a really long time, you know, and you know, obviously that would do the most damage, but okay, I think revenge works when we damage just ourselves, which I think is interesting. Ah, yes, okay. So revenge is a very good pairing for antlers because we will be proccing revenge a lot. And I think how revenge works is because it can stack multiple times. So because revenge stacks, let's go with damage resistance. You could theoretically have like permanent amount of your permanent damage buff up, which is interesting to think about. Because I don't think, yeah, so Antlers only does damage to yourself when you actually hit something, so you can't just like, you know, hit it out of combat to um, keep giving yourself the buff, which is interesting. I think that's probably balanced. But so yeah, that's something to think about. Okay. Well, there's body slam. I mean, we might as well take that just because, you know, having two attacks is just good. But it is likely something that you know, because we are doing the imposing tree, we're just likely to get a bunch of HP. It doesn't even necessarily have to be, you know, a bunch to like break the game or anything. Let's go with plating. Ooh, let's see if I don't think there's really a world where we're ever gonna catch up to this elite. Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, well, funnily enough, that guy, this stun guy hitting me, actually saved me from getting hit by the big guy because he stunned the big guy. So I think I actually ended up taking less damage there because that guy stunned me. That's pretty funny to think about. Oh well. Okay. Okay, let's see. Looks like at least against bosses, we're able to keep our max stacks of revenge up, so we definitely do some good damage that way. We should probably try to re-roll. Okay, so we did get the one that gives us max HP and stuff. It's unfortunately not the greatest, because it looks to be more of a social one because it unlocks like pack tactics and stuff, but it's still, you know, it still does give us max HP and stuff. So obviously it's still good, but not just amazing, you know, which is fine. Some small upgrades are always good. I do not like Turtle Down. I don't think I like do it right, and like I don't. It is that's the only one I will say I don't like. Like Leap in the Predator tree is interesting. I don't think it's amazing, but I don't think it's bad. Same thing with Sprint. Then there is, oh, what other movement ones are there? I'm trying to think. Why is this guy attacking me? I mean, I guess I'll just finish him off, but I don't know what his deal was. Oh, interesting. It does looks like our self-inflicted damage that we do does go to our plating first, which is interesting. I'm actually kind of confused why it would do that, but that's fine by me. So actually leveling up plating early with antlers is actually really good. Glad I did it then. Okay, let's see. Nighttime. So the next one is Aquaconda, which is unfortunate because this one that we're doing doesn't have like any movement speed in it at all. So we are going to be lumbering and slow, which is not ideal. Actually, probably should have leveled up plating once there. That's okay. Get this big fruit before we go to that point of interest. Oh, looks like my hitbox was so big that when his tongue came back, it hit me. That is very funny. You know what? Why not? Let's get some high-level food, and you know, if we have to fight a boss, honestly, I will level up regeneration. If we have to fight a boss, we have to fight a boss, you know? That was some very high-level food. Holy. Let's go ahead and just max out our plating. Jeez, we just got like 3 levels there. 3, 4 maybe? That's crazy. Okay, but yeah, so like this one, Alpha, you see it also gives 2 Gregarious, which this is like the social. So we have 6 just from that, so we're more likely to see that, which does dilute our pool a little bit. But I will say, honestly, I've been surprised. We really haven't had to skip that many, which is pretty rare. I feel like early on, you just have to skip like half of them. Ooh, definitely want to level up antlers, even more damage, because it is a challenge, so if you don't see something early, you don't improve your odds of seeing it more early. It's it is also interesting to see that even though even though we're doing only this tree, you can definitely tell that not necessarily everything in this tree synergizes with itself, and it's interesting. I think there's a lot of complexity to this game, which I think, you know, you wouldn't really expect, oh, you're just a funny little animal, or you're a funny little alien thing trying to evolve or whatever, you know, but I think there's a lot more to it than just that. I'm also taking a completely unnecessary amount of damage. We gotta get healed up here before the boss. But you know what? Let's take spines. We have a lot of HP, reflecting damage. I think. Oh, we want to get that golden fruit. Get out of here. Okay. Okay. More size and physical. Oh, I see. Because he ate that golden fruit, it made him golden. I don't know if it made him drop more food because of it, but so if you see a golden enemy, that means they ate a golden food. That's interesting. I don't really know why it would matter to know that, but we had seen some of those in previous videos, and I was really wondering. Yeah, we're gonna... Okay, well, he has destroyed our island. But I think, honestly, I think we just kind of have to slam into him and hope to beat him quickly enough. Which we did. We got pretty low, but thankfully not too low. And I don't think there's any more imposing of these. So I think, yeah, as unfortunate as it is, I think we're just gonna skip the boss evolution, which are obviously amazing and you really wouldn't want to do under any circumstances other than a weird arbitrary challenge you're doing. Sure, feeding speed is always good. I think it's a little late because we've already done 60% of the eating we're going to be doing, but oh, there's a little nub of a golden fruit. So, yeah, that's interesting. Okay, it's definitely going to be tough. I'm not 100% sure. So there's going to be two bosses. So for level 10, we start doing two bosses for the final boss. So that means we have, the only bosses we have left are Claudia, which is the giant crab spider boss. We have the Shelliphant, which is what we know one of them is going to be. And then we have the kangaroo. So we know which, I think the hardest combo will be Shelliphant and Claudia if she shows up, because of the fact that the Shelliphant kind of incentivizes running away, and with Claudia making spider webs and stuff, it makes it really hard to run away. Let's level up our body slam. So that, I think, is going to be the difficult part about that. Okay, took a lot of damage there, but you know what? We got a lot of HP, we got some regen, we can heal it up. It is just unfortunate we took so much damage, but it is also actually, because we don't have any feeding distance, it's actually kind of hard to tell when you're actually on top of something, able to eat it. Which is a little funny to think about, you know, this big giant antlered, shelled behemoth having a hard time reaching its food. Honestly, let's re-roll instead of skipping. Yeah, you know what? We'll take Legendary Revenge. Okay, and we definitely want to eat this legendary food here. We haven't gotten regen in a while. Let's do Legendary Body Slam, which is really unfortunate because I would really like to have more regen. Oh, there's the capybara up there. We don't want to, or the crabby-bara, as I think they're called, which is, you know, very funny. Which is unfortunate because while plating is good, as we were explaining, I just think regen is just so much stronger than plating. Let's reroll. And you know what? Oh, there's the regen we were just talking about, but I actually think we're going to level up at damage resistance, because there's a little bit of a counter synergy because of the fact that we reflect damage we take, so if they're doing less damage to me, I'm reflecting less. But I don't think that's that big a deal because I still do a bunch of damage, so it's not too bad. But it is interesting how that works, though. Oh, look at all this food here. Okay. Sure, more spikes, more damage reflected. And I think, unfortunately, just because we've gotten so much HP that our body slam is just better than our antlers now. Oh, why is that guy so fast? Okay. Let's see, level 32, not a very high level, you know, I mean, I think we've gotten to like 60 before, but, you know, I think we have everything we need to potentially win. So, I'm not too worried. Okay, Shellelephant and Crabbaroo. Yep, and I can't just sit here and tank these guys as much as I would like to. It's just too much incoming damage to tank two bosses. Yeah. So, yeah, it is what it is. You know, that's why I wanted to do these skip challenges, because they are hard, you know. I don't want to just come in here and wipe the floor with them. You know, that's not very fun or very entertaining. So, maybe we'll go ahead and give it a try next time, and or maybe we'll switch to one of the other ones, you know, just to make sure they're not, I don't know, make sure it's not the same every time. But yeah, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Like, comment, subscribe. I'd appreciate it, and have a good one.